On the 18th of March, I stood outside this building to say that the doors were firmly locked and that public worship and all other activities, except the food bank, had ceased within this church building. I also said that while the building may be closed, the church would remain active. And so over the last few months, we have been able to live stream worship, to continue in prayer, Bible study and fellowship using Zoom and other social media. We've kept in touch by phone and by mail. We've been able to reach out to neighbours, family and friends in acts of kindness, and to speak hope into each other's lives. We have learned how to keep trusting in God's steadfast love through this crisis, and the Lord has been good to us. And now, almost exactly 4 months since our last service in these buildings, these doors will open once again for public worship and other activities. We'll meet here again by God's grace from the 5th of July. If the weather is fine, we'll meet outside. If it's wet, we'll meet inside, where our numbers will be more restricted. We will, of course, do all we can to keep everybody safe and socially distant. Look at our website to see the details. How appropriate that today's Psalm 122 begins with the words, "I rejoiced with those who said to me, 'Let us go to the house of the Lord.'" For all the things we have been able to hold on to, and for all the new skills we have learned, there's no substitute for meeting face to face in fellowship to worship God. We have dearly missed this, and so it is with great joy that we will be able to meet together again to worship God, to pray together, to hear God's word, and to sing songs of praise. When King David writes this psalm, he is speaking of the tabernacle in Jerusalem, and he speaks of his great love for this city. He finishes by saying, "Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you be secure. May there be peace within your walls and security within your citadels. For the sake of my family and friends, I will say peace be within you. For the sake of the house of the Lord our God, I will seek your prosperity." As we return to worship in this building, we too must pray for our city and our nation, for its peace and its prosperity. As we begin to emerge from the wilderness of these COVID months, it is good to pause to remember before God the 1,735 families who have been bereaved because of this terrible disease, to pray for those who remain ill, or for those businesses who have had to close, and also to give thanks for the army of heroes in the health service who have cared for the sick and the dying. And let us also give thanks for the 23,000 or so who have recovered from this illness. God is faithful and true. So let us rejoice when we hear them say, "Let us go to the house of the Lord." I look forward to seeing you as you join us for worship on Sunday and in the Sundays ahead. And may God bless you and all whom you love.